At 29, Dolph Lundgren, a Swedish actor, renowned for his robust physique and commanding screen presence, brought the epic hero, He-Man, to life in the 1987 movie, Masters of the Universe. The film, produced by the American production company Cannon Films, was inspired by a popular line of toys and an animated TV series, making it a nostalgic piece for many fans of the genre. Lundgren's portrayal epitomized classical heroism, bringing to life a character defined by both strength and charisma. His long, tousled blonde hair perfectly complemented his strong jawline. The clean-shaven look added a noble quality, enhanced by his natural facial expressions, contrasted sharply with his masked and stoic appearance in Rocky. This blend of features cemented him as the real-life He-Man. Lundgren magnificently showcased his prime physique with an athletic background that sculpted well-defined muscles, pronounced abs, biceps, and chest, striking a perfect balance that avoided the overly bulky bodybuilder style. His warrior costume, featuring minimal armor with just tight straps across his chest and briefs, not only highlighted his powerful build, but also enhanced He-Man's heroic and iconic image, making him truly memorable. A dramatic and emotional sacrifice marked He-Man's capture. Despite being outnumbered at the end of Planet Earth's grand fighting scene, his supernatural strength allowed him to valiantly fend off the encroaching minions without succumbing to defeat. However, Skeletor manipulated the situation, presenting him with a harrowing choice: surrender or witness the demise of his friends. Faced with this ultimatum, the hero displayed a profound act of self-sacrifice. He solemnly lowered his magic sword to the ground, signaling his surrender. Immediately after his heroic surrender, He-Man was swiftly secured with large, rectangular metallic wrist shackles that his foes had clearly prepared beforehand for this exact moment. The tight, unforgiving restraints encircled his wrists together in front, symbolizing the profound loss of his freedom and power. As he was paraded through the cosmic tunnel back to Eternia, they ensured he remained under control and visibly subdued as Skeletor's slave. But this harrowing bondage was just the beginning of his dire fate. Upon arrival in Grayskull Throne Hall, He-Man's restraints were intensified to emphasize his defeat and humiliation further. Special shackles, covering a substantial portion of his strong arms, were attached to long, flexible multiple cords. Minions held these cords, forcing his arms wide apart as they marched him along the walkway, traditionally denoting his vulnerability. These cords were then securely locked into the sockets on the floor to anchor him firmly in place. However, despite being numerous and secured, the cords were notably long, providing the hero with a surprising amount of movement. This length proved crucial for his eventual resistance and escape later. The climax scene ignited when He-Man defied Skeletor's command to kneel. In response, the demon ordered Blade to unleash a laser whip that emitted a bright, searing red light. The whip, crackling with energy, struck the broad, muscular back with immense force. The camera captured the whip's brutal impact, showcasing He-Man's resilience as his well-defined muscles tensed under each searing lash. A strategic cutaway heightened the tension, emphasizing the prolonged nature of his ordeal. When the movie returned, vivid marks of torment decorated his back and shoulders, revealing the toll of his suffering and his evident weakening. After Skeletor underwent a dramatic transformation, gaining immense magical power and an aura of heightened malevolence. Empowered, he commanded He-Man to kneel once more. Steadfast and resolute, the hero refused, challenging the villain despite his vulnerability. Skeletor then unleashed a formidable magical assault from his eyes, emitting blazing beams of energy at the hero's chest. The scene briefly shifted away, suggesting prolonged torment. When it returned, the assault's intensity highlighted He-Man's severe and enduring suffering. He-Man's initial capture saw him still clad in his iconic armor. However, a dramatic shift occurred as he was moved to the throne hall. Here, his captors stripped him of his armor, leaving him more exposed. As his arms were forcibly extended, his perfect, muscular torso was prominently displayed, before being locked to the floor. This not only accentuated his physical prowess, but also starkly highlighted his status as a subjugated slave, ready to face the wrath of his master. Throughout the intense and specially designed torments, He-Man exhibited unwavering fortitude and resistance. His facial expressions and body language, marked by a stoic demeanor, portrayed a man who refused to bow to oppression. Furthermore, the dialogue during these trials reinforced his heroic nature, not with pleas or submission, but with steadfast refusals and affirmations of his resolve. This relentless defiance highlighted his enduring spirit and unbreakable will, even in the face of relentless suffering. He-Man's ordeal reached a crucial turning point as Skeletor unleashed another powerful magic beam. The hero lifted his shackled arms directly into the path of the incoming beam. This caused the beam's energy to concentrate on the shackles, heating them to a critical point, and finally breaking apart and freeing his arms. This pivotal moment showcased his resilience and tactical ingenuity, allowing him to transform a moment of vulnerability into a triumphant reclaiming of his freedom. The sequence from He-Man's capture to his breakout was intense and harrowing, lasting nearly 10 minutes. This prolonged period of suffering and resilience highlighted the severity of his ordeal and allowed for a deep emotional connection with the audience. Dolph Lundgren's performance in Masters of the Universe demonstrated his ability to deliver a compelling and physically imposing hero in a classic 80s action-adventure film. He perfectly embodied the prototype of the man of MsMsM.
Stay where you are, He-Man! One more move, and your friends will not live to see another day.
It's gonna be all right.
I give you a choice. Return with me to Eternia as my slave, and save their despicable lives, or perish with them on this primitive and tasteless planet. Surrender your sword.
He-Man, no!
Teela, I have no choice. This is our fight. I don't want innocent people to die.
Well said, He-Man. How noble.
Take care of them. Good journey. Good journey.
What about them, son?
Leave them alone. He-Man is my slave. As long as I let them live, he is bound by his word. Let them rot. Let them rot.
How long?
Off pre-dawn till moonrise.
Do you hear, sorceress? The final moment has come. All the forces of Grayskull, all the powers of the universe will be vested in me. Me! And you will cease to exist.
It is not too late to undo this madness.
Madness. I demand the destitution, shame, and loneliness of scorn. It is my destiny. It is my right. Nothing will deter me from it.
Men who crave power look back over the mistakes of their lives, pile them all together, and call it destiny.
Thank you for that bit of philosophy, sorceress. Here is my response. Yes, sorceress. A sword of Grayskull. Mine! Now and forever. Your champion. Witness this moment, He-Man. This moment when the powers of Grayskull will become mine for eternity. Our lifelong battle is ending at last in the only way it could.
Holosphere standing by.
When the great eye opens, the people of Eternia shall see you kneeling to me just before you die.
I'll never kneel to you!
Yes, you will! Yes, you will! Or I shall wreak unforgettable harm upon you. about your precious sorceress. An old crone, weak, withering, dying. Are you ready to kneel now, proud warrior?
The moon rises to its apex.
Do you hear? The Alpha and the Omega. Death and rebirth. And as you die, so will I be reborn. People of Eternia! I stand before the great eye of the galaxy, chosen by destiny to receive the powers of Grayskull. This inevitable moment will transpire before your eyes, even as He-Man himself bears witness to it.
The eye opens.
Now, I, Skeletor, am master of the universe. Yes! I feel the universe within me. I am a part of the cosmos. Identity flows through me. Of what consequence are you now? This planet, these people, they are nothing to me. The universe is power! You unstoppable power! And I am that force! I am that power! Kneel before your master! Fool! You are no longer my equal! I am more than man! More than life! God! Where are your friends now? Tell me about the loneliness of good, He-Man. Is it equal to the loneliness of evil? Huh? Holy shit!
We did it!
Wildo, get down! Destroy them!
Take cover!
You promised not to hurt them!
I lied. Farewell, He-Man. Block him!